Railroaders, avoid this potential tax trap when you're claiming your railroad retirement. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the Highball Advisors Railroad Retirement Whiteboard. My name's John McNamara of Highball Advisors, and today, really specifically, this is for those railroaders that start their annuity at 60 because they have that 30 years of service, all right? And the withholding that you have to be very careful of, otherwise you could wind up with a big tax bill in April, right, when you file your taxes. So let's just go through this and see if this case comes up for you guys, right? So it's for 60 and 30 railroaders. So between 60 and 62, right, most of the individuals can start Social Security at 62. However, working for the railroad with 30 years, you are now able to collect between 60 and 62 what they call a non-Social Security equivalent benefit, all right? So that requires that at the end of the year, you'll get an RRB 1099-R, all right? And that will show all the payments that were made to you under this NSSEB, all right? And the withholding on that is done through IRS Form W-4P, all right? So that's just non-Social Security equivalent benefit, right? Hey, I'm excited. I'm going to start my railroad retirement. And this is what happens at 60. You've completed the form. Then at tax time, you get this form, the 1099-R, and then you file your taxes. Now, what happens at 62 is this when the tax laws of Social Security start to kick in and the withholding is changing. And this is where a lot of individuals might get caught up in, right? So now, a portion of your retirement annuity, specifically Tier 1 portion, is now under SSEB, Social Security Equivalent Benefit, all right? And that's going to require a filing of the Form W-4V, and then at the end of the year, when they've made all the payments, you get an RRB 1099. So what happens, and then also you're still going to have the W-4P because you're going to have non-Social Security Equivalent Benefit also on the Tier 1 and a little bit on the Tier 2, I should say, and a little bit on the Tier 1. So let me just walk you through an example to show you what you have here. So now at 62, you got to have those two forms. That's the important takeaway there. So on an example, let's say a railroader has $3,000 a month in Tier 1 and $1,500 in Tier 2. All right, no inflation adjustments. We'll just, for the sake of this, right? So now, hey, that's great from 60 to 62. Now at 62, things are going to change. So at Tier 1, 2,100 of that is going to be a Social Security equivalent benefit. There's no withholding on that on the W-4P. So that is why it's required a Form W-4V is being required. All right. And then the Tier 1, $900 of that is the non-Social Security equivalent benefit. All right, over here. And then the Tier 2 is still the non-Social Security equivalent benefit. Now, if this form W-4V isn't filed, all right, they're not going to withhold on the $2,100. And let's say you're at the 12% tax rate. Come April, right? April, that's going to be a tax bill of $3,024 tax payment for that 12% on the money that was never collected because you didn't file the form. So, right, very important. You don't want any surprises in April. Make sure the forms are correct. I know the Railroad Retirement Board sends out information. Don't disregard it. Read the information. This way you won't be surprised with tax bills. All right, so hope you found this video helpful. If you're at or near retirement and very interested in talking about the tax aspect of it and need help planning for a great railroad retirement, reach out to me. Go through the boarding for railroad retirement process. Cover a lot of tax stuff in that, which is great. Click on the subscribe bell, click on notification to get the latest video. Until next time, everyone, please stay safe, stay on track, and take care. So long, everybody. Bye.